Hey, what's up everyone? Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids, out on a beautiful New Hampshire day, and we're looking at this, which is the Olight H2R Nova. Now, I checked out the H1R Nova, which is basically a headlamp that can be converted to an EDC light, and it's smaller than this. It's about the size of one of their batons, like the S1R or the S1 baton. This one, to me, is built more like an EDC light that can be converted into a headlamp as well. As you can see, a lot of output, 2300 lumens at the highest setting, so that's good. Lots of details and specs to give you. We'll look at this light. I'll put it down on the deck here. You can check it out, and then we're gonna head out into the nighttime and test it out. All right, let's start off and look at the box here. Not too exciting. It's nicely packaged, but just want to let you know, first thing is that they do note that there's an insulating film at the bottom here. So open that up, take it out, and then you'll be able to actually make the connection. It does come with an 18650 battery, which is great. You don't have to buy that additionally. Here's what it looks like in hand. And then just a note that the button is up on the top there to, you're going to press that to activate it. Obviously, got to take the film out there. You can see on the bottom, that's where it's going to be recharged, and you're basically, all your goodies are right in this little section here. So let me just push this out here, and you can see that's for recharging. And then there is your strap to put that on your head to make it into a headlamp. So that's everything that's in there. And then down on the bottom you have your instruction manual. Let me talk through some of the details real quick here. First off, there is a cool white setting and a neutral white setting. I do have the cool white setting, so I'll give you the details on that one. Your moonlight setting is 1 lumen, your low setting is 30 lumens, your medium is 150 lumens, your high is 600 lumens, and then your turbo is 2300 lumens, and then it's going to drop down to 750 lumens. Drop resistant to 1.5 meters, IPX8 rated, and your weight is 3.53 ounces or 100 grams, and that's including the battery. And again, it does come with your 18650 battery. Here's a look at the light in my pocket. Rests nice and deep. And then taking it out like so to turn it on, and then when you want to put it back in, slide it back in like that. Here's what it looks like when it's all mounted up to be a headlamp. The first thing I want to show you is right here. You can see I did leave the clip on, which you can do. This section right here basically is going to wrap around. There's a little hook underneath, and a little bit hard to do when you can't see it, but let's see if I can do it. There it goes. All right, so the problem is when you have the clip on, rotating it is hard to do. You can rotate it up more easily, but down is quite hard because it's blocking the way. So to get the full function out of it, you're going to want to take the clip off and then put it on. But just to show you that if you had it in your pocket and you wanted to quickly put it on into the headlamp system or setup, you could do it. It's just going to be harder to adjust it as far as pointing it up or down. All right, so I took the clip off. Looks pretty much the same, but now you can see I can rotate this down. I can rotate it up, whatever I want to do. And once again, you've got this little kind of rubber tab here. You pull it up, and now you can take it out and turn it back into just, you know, your EDC handheld flashlight. I just want to talk about the charging real quick. I'll roll in some footage here. You can see you've got that magnetic base. You plug in the USB into your computer. The magnetic base will click to the bottom of the flashlight. When it's red, it means it's charging, and then it'll shift over to green when it's fully charged. One thing I can tell you is that this is at the 1 lumen setting, and I'm looking down at the ground here. You really can't see anything on camera, maybe a little bit of a reflection. But I mean, if I had to come in the house at night with just 1 lumen, I could do it. Definitely wouldn't be great. But go up to that second setting, that 30 lumen setting, and you can see, I mean, there's the carriage on our front step, there's the door, here's the steps. So yeah, with the 1 lumen setting, a little bit tough. Up to 30, no problem to get around. And up to that 150, yeah, I mean, I could definitely, no problem coming out at night to get into the car, you know, get something from the car I left in it, or coming in at night late. 150 lumens gives me plenty of light to see. And I'm shining it out here at the front lawn now, and I can see probably 2/3 of the lawn at this point. So I can see, I'm shining at those flowers. You can see over there, a little flower bed, and I can see from over basically the edge of the woods. Let me drop it up or bump it up a bit. I can see from the edge of the woods over to about here on the lawn when it's at that 150 setting. Let me scroll back to that. So yeah, I mean, I've got good vision with this 150 just looking out and about. Let me step away from the camera here and show you the SOS feature. Just to mix it up this time, I'm actually looking at the side of the house right now, and I've got my bird feeder about 20 feet away, and I'll show you what the different settings look like when they're shining on the bird feeder. So at that moonlight setting, can't really see a whole lot. Starting to pick up a little bit at the 30, 150, 600. I mean, you can see the whole side of the house right now, and then the 23. Yeah, we're lighting everything up at 2300. I'm out back in my woods now. I'll show you the different settings again. So probably can't see really anything at that moonlight setting. Go up to 30, you can see a little bit more of this path in front of me. 150, you'll probably see about 60 or 70 feet away off into the woods. Up at that 600, it's definitely giving me some good light. And let's go up to the 2300 lumen option here. As you can see, that just lights up the whole area. Let's wrap up here talking about the H2R Nova from Olight. First thing I'll mention is for some people it's going to take a little bit of time to figure out how to do that top switch as opposed to an end switch or the little side pressure switch. Not a huge deal. I mean, you take it out and boom, you press the button, you're good to go. But just for some people, it's going to take some time to get used to that as opposed to what they've normally had. I will say I like that deep pocket clip. You can see how deep that rides down the pocket. It sticks out about that far, so for me it's just enough to reach in and grab it, get good purchase, take the light out, and turn it on. So that's the second thing. USB rechargeable, comes with an 18650. Those are big wins for me. The fact that you can put it in that headlamp setting is a bonus as well. And let me pause right now and roll in some information about that, which I found out more recently, and it's kind of cool. Here's another cool feature of this light. I have taken off the pocket clip, and you've got this rubber strap that goes over the top of the front of basically the headlamp harness, but this is magnetized. Watch this. So before I even run the rubber strap over and lock it in, that thing is already locked in. And again, I can adjust this up, down, however I want to, but look, it'll stay even without the that rubber strap over the top. A couple other things to mention. You can kind of see on your cover here, it looks kind of like orange peeled, and it does give a very wide beam, so you got a lot of spill, a lot of flood. Not a super hot center, but you're getting a lot of good light when you're out there, you know, using it as a headlamp, walking in the woods, whatever it is. One of the things that's been a little bit of a pet peeve for me with flashlights is when people say, you know, here's a super high output and it runs for a really short amount of time and then drops way down. So I tested this. I ran it at 2300 lumens for about 3 minutes straight, and it just got so hot I had to basically turn it off because it was uncomfortable to hold in my hand. But it didn't drop down from that 200 down to the, I think it was 750 range, you know, to keep it from frying out. So you got 3 minutes, in my testing at least, around there. I've heard other people say about a minute, but it ran a solid 3 minutes for me without, you know, dropping down to that lower level. So you are going to get that high output for quite a bit of time, considering it's 2300 off of one 18650 battery, and then it will drop down to a more sustainable level so that you don't fry the internals and all that. For me, this is the right size for EDC. Just about, you know, that size is what I want for EDC. A little bit smaller, it's fine, like if I'm wearing a suit or something, more of a gentleman's carry type setup. But your average EDC, that's the size I like. I prefer an end pressure switch on the bottom, but I'm getting used to this one on the top. It works just fine. And since it's, you know, rechargeable with that magnetic base, boom, now I can bring the charging cable with the magnetic section, and then also the headlamp attachment, just throw that in a bag. Now I've got the ability to charge it, I've got the ability to use it as a headlamp and EDC light, just lots of options built into this this one light. So yeah, I've enjoyed using it. I'm gonna continue to EDC it and check it out more, and I'll report in if there's more information to tell you, but right now this thing has worked great. You're gonna start hearing some fireworks in the background. It's July 3rd, and so they're going to be doing some fireworks tonight and tomorrow, obviously, as well. I want to encourage you to check out Dropforge Survival. He really beats up this light, and just to show you the durability, I think that'll probably impress you. You know, I've dropped this a couple times. I've used it for a while in mosquito flying around here, everyday type of use, but he really beats this thing up and it holds up. So if you want to see this thing aggressively used, definitely check out his channel over there. And yeah, the Olight H2R Nova. I'm enjoying this light a lot, and if you've got one, let's hear in the comment section down below what you think of it. Alright guys, thanks as always for checking out the videos. Please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids if you haven't done so already. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check us out on Instagram and Tumblr as well. More videos coming soon. Take care.